Okay, so I'm gonna start off by just clipping back my hair. I washed and dried it last night, and then I just ran the straightener through it this morning. I'm gonna start today using the One Size Secure the Blur primer between the two fingers and put it in my T-zone. So today we're gonna go see a movie. It's Sunday, and I'm still not feeling 100% up to par. If you've been watching my videos, you could probably hear it in my voice. Seems to be a little better today, so I'm excited about that. But this is like what I would do, you know, on my everyday basis. And I'm going to tell you what the products are just because these are the products I'm currently loving. Like, it varies from week to week. Sometimes I add in a new product, you know. This one isn't one that really needs a set. I feel like it kind of absorbs right away. So then I'm going to go in with my, this is what I've been loving lately. I have so many high-end foundations, and this is my everyday go-to. It's the L'Oreal True Match Nude, the hyaluronic acid tinted serum. I use the shade 0.5 to 2. It has a dropper on it, which is kind of interesting. I don't feel it comes out very good, so I just kind of touch it to my face. I just don't have the patience. Like, look, it comes out like that, so I just kind of wipe the dropper on, especially on the sides of my cheeks, like where I have the melasma and the discoloration. And then I just go in with whatever brush is semi-clean. Today that's going to be the IT Cosmetics and Ulta foundation brush. And I just kind of lightly go in. I also have my beauty blender like dampened and ready. Usually I just use that kind of like when I'm mending. I was going to put mending and I don't know what I was going to say. When I'm combining my foundation and my concealer, this I can actually bring up pretty high because even though I have the dry under eyes going on for winter, because of the hyaluronic acid, I just got that on my lip, because of the hyaluronic acid in it, I can actually take it up pretty high underneath my eyes. And sometimes, depending on like how well I slept and everything, I don't need to go in with extra concealer, but just kind of depends. Today I'm looking a little darker, so we'll just see. It also, I guess, it would matter like how much time you have, right? So concealer for me sometimes is like an afterthought. I have a hair. I feel it. I see it. I got it. It was attached. Okay. So yeah, the level that I spend, or the amount of time I spend on my base on like a day-to-day just obviously depends on how much time I have before I have to walk out the door. So this winter weather is wreaking havoc on my already like semi-dry skin, and like I've been putting cuticle oil on every night, but like my fingernails are like cracking and splitting on this side. And last night I put on my hangover lip treatment, and I went to wipe off like the extra around my mouth on the top of my lip, and literally something on there like cut me like on my hand, and it feels like a paper cut. It's right there on top of my lip, and it hurts so bad. So I don't know. The only thing that really makes those go away is getting fake nails, which I really didn't want to do because I hate having to grow out the damage from them. But I don't know what else to do except for keep slathering on cuticle oil at night. That hair is back. Why are you trying to ruin my day, hair? Stay where I put you. Anyways, I'm just going to go in with a little bit more. It is buildable. So I'm going to go over just my cheeks one more time because I have like, I don't know what this is here. It's not like a blemish yet, but it's like some sort of a red spot that's making my life a little harder. So what do you guys got going on for today? Anything cool? I'd love to hear what you're doing. Yesterday this is sad. This is gonna be so like sad to admit, but like I got up in the morning and I started wrapping presents. I'd put presents in boxes and was kind of, you know, so the kids couldn't see what was in them, whatever. And I was stacking them on the wall next to my bed. Well, like the stack was getting like out of control high. And so I was like, Crystal, you gotta start wrapping presents. Before I knew it, I'd been standing and bending and on the side of my bed for like 4 hours. And man, by mid-afternoon, my body was hurting so bad from like, you know, you don't even realize you're squatting when you're like bending over to like do the ends or to like write a tag. And I'm just so used to like not being in that position that kind of wreaked havoc on me, but it was fun. Now I've got everything wrapped that's here. I'm a little worried about shipping this year. I have stuff I ordered like on the 8th of December for gifts that still aren't here, and that's got me a little worried. Let me take a little look at my under eyes here. You know, honestly, I think we're okay. I'm not going to go in with concealer today. I have this sample I've been trying of the Rare Beauty concealer. I got like a blister pack like this with a Sephora order, and I actually kind of like it. I was noticing, I've been on this quest trying to figure out what my true undertone of my skin is, and I'm thinking that I'm kind of figuring out that it's more on the cooler side. And a lot of the concealers I have, when they really dry down, like a couple hours later, I'll look at myself in the mirror and I can see them. They're like yellow. So I've been trying to find one that matches my skin better and like wears better throughout the day. And the Rare Beauty one's on my short list of maybes. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, so now I'm just going to put a thin layer of powder focusing just in my T-zone. I've been using the Kosas Cloud Setting Powder. I have a couple that I've been using, but the last few days at least I've been focusing on this one. It was like a gift with purchase, and I think I can pan it maybe by the end of the year. And I'm kind of I've had a couple products that I'm actually like using on a regular basis, and it's been really fun to see the progress, so it's got me really excited for the future. I've been meaning to chat with you guys about it. I put it on an entry form for a giveaway that I haven't started yet, but I wanted to know how many of you, I mean, I'm still going to do like the really exciting new releases, of course, going into next year, but I wanted to know how many of you would be interested or wouldn't leave if I started adding in some content and shop my stash, revisiting old palettes, trying to use what we have, maybe you know, once a month updating like things I'm trying to pan, stuff like that. I'd like to know how many of you guys would stick around if I kind of added that into my content. So I'd love to know your thoughts on that. I just got my brows done on Thursday, and I think they look really good. I'm really happy with that. I have this one lady that I go to all the time, and she's amazing. So now I'm going to go in with the Dior Forever Natural Bronzer in 04. This one I showed you guys in a haul with the Gucci palette last week, I think. I just go in with my number 18 Refer. I'm not a huge bronzer gal. I do like to do it just lightly around my hairline a little bit, especially right here. I feel like where my widow's peak is, depending on what color I currently have my hair and the status of how much it's grown out, it can almost look like I'm like, I don't know, like losing hair there. So I just always like to go in with a little bit of bronzer. I keep it pretty tight to the hairline though. And I don't go in super dark. Luckily, this isn't a super dark bronzer shade. And it's actually really perfect if you're fair, this one, because I don't think it's too overwhelming. And then I just kind of take it closer to my ear up here. I don't go all the way down with it, but I make sure I kind of connect that little area here. And then I do the same thing kind of on this side, like right where the shadow would be. I'm almost using the bronzer as like a contour because I'm not gonna do all that today. I'm not gonna go in with another contour. I like to take whatever is left on my brush and just kind of hit my ear a little bit so I don't have like a super white ear. It's not gonna like super bronze it up or anything, but I'll just give it like that little bit of color. And then sometimes I'll take what's left and go just over my eyebrows because I'm really not going to do much to those on these days either. I'm not, if you've noticed, I'm not taking the bronzer along my jawline or anything. That will be on like another day when I'm doing more of like a full face. This is going to be more of like what I do really quick to get out the door. So I know some of you guys have been wanting to see the Huda blushes. So I have Healthy Peach and I have Caring Coral. I'm going to first go in with Healthy Peach just so you guys can see kind of how light it is, and then I'll probably go over it with the Caring Coral. So I'm just going to go into this using my Refer number 19. I don't know why it's got a shape like this, kind of like contoured a little bit. I just really like using it for blush. This hair is just really trying to end me today. There we go, it fell out. Okay. So I'm just going to go in to Healthy Peach and just kind of hit, like, I'm not pressing hard at all. I'm just going in super lightly and kind of going in little circle motions on my cheeks. I think you guys can see it like a little bit. It is quite light. Can you guys see it though? Then a little bit more on my brush and we'll hit this side. I know that a lot of times I'll say like I put my blush like way back here to do like that lifting effect, and that's fine. But sometimes I just like to go a little more like natural, like where I would naturally flush, which is more in this area here, and then I just kind of blend it out and up. Okay, so as you can see, hopefully it's a beautiful blush. Like the way that it blends with the skin is really, really nice. It's just not super, super pigmented, even on me, and I'm really, really fair. So now I'm gonna go in with the same brush into the Caring Coral shade. So you can see this one definitely has a little more pigment to it. Enough so that I need to be like careful when I'm layering, so tap it off a couple extra times. And then this one, I'm just gonna focus kind of out and up. I am just hitting that really, really lightly because especially when I use the serum, if I press too hard, I'm gonna literally blend away my base. These natural hair brushes, they're soft, but they're like a little less soft than like my synthetic hair brushes, like my BK Beauty ones and whatnot. And I find if I press really hard or I just go in, like if I'm in a hurry, so I put too much pressure on it, it literally will almost take away my base. So I've been trying to not do that. Then I'm going to take what's left on my brush and hit my nose. Like a little pink nose. I think that looks lovely. Like, you'll have to let me know what you guys think, but it's just like a really natural blush. I don't think it's too much. I don't think I look too pale because I have that little bit of the bronzer in there. And I just like the way it turns out. You may notice like I'm not doing a nose contour. I'm not doing any of that. Not on a day like today where I'm just, you know, going somewhere with my family, really laid back. My under eyes are a little dry today. I'll be 100%. So I'm going to just take my beauty blender. Where did I set that powder? And a little bit of the powder because this is damp. And I'm just going to take this, touch it on the powder, and then just kind of take it under my eyes like that and try to smooth out and a little bit of lines I was getting. There, that looks a little better. So yeah, we're going to see the new Spider-Man, and I think the boys are a little more stoked than the girls, but it'll be fun. I think this is the first time, yeah, for sure, this is our first time going actually to a movie theater since COVID, so that's pretty cool and exciting, I feel like. I am going to take just a tiny bit more bronzer because looking in the mirror, I feel like I need just a tiny bit more. Only just right kind of here on the side of my hairline, my forehead. Just a tiny bit. And then just kind of right there. It's like my favorite spot for bronzer. Okay. Perfection. Now, for the eyes, we're going to keep that simple as well. Oh my gosh, we have an empty box. Okay, where's my eyeliner? I'm going to hit it with this is my lip liner. I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Kohl eyeliner in nude and just put that in the waterline really quick. I'm going to use this other mirror here. Just kind of help me look a little less sickly and a little more awake. This one's really, really pigmented, so you only have to go slide it by one time. I love my vocabulary for makeup. I feel like I literally make up my own words. Sometimes in editing, I'm like, what, Crystal? Like, you know what you're saying, but do other people know what you're saying? Okay, so now I have that in my waterline. I feel like that really kind of like awakened me a little bit. Oh, I forgot to put my lip mask on. Do I have one over here? I know I have like 50 of them. So let me see. Here's one. I have so many of these all over the place, and it's literally saving me during this winter time where everything is so dried out. I have one in every bag, one on every nightstand, one in the car. If you haven't tried these yet, I'm telling you, these are the way to go. They're so nice. And I love that it has the applicator in there, so you don't have to like go into a pot and put your finger in it. Oh, okay. So I'm going to assess what I've got going on here. Obviously, now that I have that on my lips, the next step is going to be eyes. I'm just going to go into my Natasha Denona Baby Biba. I ordered the mini Biba and the new mini cheek palette. It should be here. I'm guessing like Monday or Tuesday. Usually she sends out the pre-orders like before they even launch. So I'm really hoping that I get those early so we can play with those. The Biba, you know, is more like browns and like terracottas and stuff like that. So I was really surprised to see the pink in there, but I'm actually kind of excited because, you know, those are like my go-to colors. So I'm just going to go into the middle shade here. L, I think. I don't know why it's such a small palette. The writing is so tiny. I'm just going to take this lightly through the crease. This is just like basically for the tiniest little bit of definition. I'm not like flaring it out. I'm not trying to bring it up too high. I probably will end up doing it anyway because I always do on accident, but definitely not going for anything dramatic here at all. Just a little definition, there we go, through the crease, and then we're gonna just go in with some shimmer. I'm not even gonna deepen up the outer corner today. So I do the other eye. So yeah, excited to go to the movie. I'm excited to have a slushie. I want a Coke slushie. I have not had one in like forever, and I don't know if they use like more syrup than like the ones at Burger King or whatever, but the ones at the movie theater are so good. And probably have some popcorn. I'm not like a huge popcorn fan. What is your guys' favorite snack to get when you go to the movies? I'm curious. It's crazy, like when we were kids, like it was like candy, popcorn, soda, and now like movie theaters are serving like wine and dinners and stuff. It's crazy how much things have changed. But also when I was a kid, we had like $3 Monday and you could see a movie for $3. When's the last time you've seen a movie for $3? Yeah, not recently. My boyfriend bought the tickets. I didn't even ask how much they were because I don't want to know. If a value meal at McDonald's is like $11, I can only imagine how much a movie ticket is now. Okay, so I've got that through my crease. I'm going to go in with my favorite shimmery brush, which is my Refer number 21. I'm going to use the one in the palette first, which is Monroe, and then I'm going to go in with this really shiny Bobbi Brown Moonstone I used the other day in my video. It just has this beautiful wet look, and I absolutely love it. And again, it's a casual day, so I'm not using any glitter glue or anything like that. And you don't, with Natasha Denona, you don't really need to. And stick it on the other eye. And that's it, folks. Okay, so we are done with the meat of our eye look. This is the, what are these called anyway? The Luxe Eyeshadow Rich Sparkle in Moonstone from Bobbi Brown. They have other colors too. This is what it looks like. You can just see like how reflective and gorgeous it is in the pan. So I'm just gonna take that same brush through there and add that over the top of the Natasha. Look at that, it's so much brighter and prettier. Ah, I love this. This is like my favorite single shadow right now. It's just so sparkly and beautiful. Okay, for something that literally took us like 3 minutes tops, like, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go back in with that brush that I used for the brown and just make sure that that is blended. I don't have any harsh lines. I didn't really see any, but want to make sure. For highlight, let's see. Why do I have black stuff on there? What is that from? For highlight, I'm just going to go into this Dior highlight. This is the Forever Couture Luminizer. I have it in 02 Pink Glow. I'm going to use my Shop Miss A highlighter brush, which is, in my opinion, the best one you could buy, and it's like $2. And I'm just going to put a little bit on right here. And kind of right here. I kind of, again, go in just like little light circles. And then I'm going to run my blush brush over it. Stick a little bit on the end of your nose. A little bit right here. And then I'm going to go in with just a tiny bit right here. Boop. And that's all she wrote. I'm going to take the blush brush that I was using and just kind of go like that over it so we don't have any harsh lines down my nose. That is one of the most perfumed highlighters I've ever owned. I know it's Dior and everything and I should expect it, but woo! So for mascara, I'm going to use my Giorgio Armani Black Ecstasy. I hope they're not discontinuing it because this is like one I've really been loving. It just has a really normal everyday wand, but the formula is just so black and beautiful. And I'm going to add that to my lashes. It may not look like much right now because I'm doing such like a light application, but I'm telling you, 2 coats of this stuff and it's like bam. Basically today all I'm worried about is getting it on my blonde lashes so they actually show up. I'm not trying to like, wah-bah, you know? Besides, it's like raining and crappy outside, so I'm not sure if I don't usually buy the waterproof version, so I don't want to end up with mascara all over my face, so that's another reasoning behind it. I'm just lightly touching my bottom lashes. If I went in dramatic with the mascara, it definitely wouldn't kind of match the vibes of the rest of this makeup, so just trying to keep it real light there. Okay, so we have a light coating of mascara on both lashes. For lips, again, we're going to keep it super simple. I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in Love Trap. I'm just going to lightly line the outside of my lips, and then we'll do our mascara and we'll be done. Kind of rub in just whatever excess I have of the lip treatment still. Okay, that's like not even showing up because I had that on there. Okay, maybe we'll show up now. It's not really that important. I don't overline my lips anyway. And to be 100% honest, when I'm in a real big hurry, I don't even do this step. I don't fill them in or anything because I'm not like a super huge fan of a dark lip. I'm going to go in with Runway Royalty. Ah! Look at that. What do you guys think? Let's take the clips out. This is my quick and easy makeup routine. If I have like a couple other seconds, I'll just maybe run like my Kosas clear brow stuff through the brows. It's not like I have to, but sometimes I'll get like a little bit of too much powder in them and they'll be looking really light, so I'll just quickly run this through. I really like this gel because it doesn't make them like crispy crunchy like a lot of gels do, so I really like it. See, that just helped like just a little bit, oh my gosh, to make them not look so powdery. I'm not gonna wear a gloss or anything because obviously I'm gonna have to go in and be wearing a mask, so there's really no reason to put a gloss on top, but I really like how this looks. The only thing that can make it slightly better is like a little pop in the inner corner, so let me do that really quick. I'm just gonna see if I can use this Moonstone for it. Where's my little inner corner brush? I don't want to use that Dior highlight because it's just so perfumed that I feel like it might irritate my eyes and I don't want to take that chance. So see if we can just bring this forward a little bit on this side and on this side. I always get an eye goober right there. I don't know what it is. I think it's from my contact lenses. There, just put a little punch of that in the inner corner, and look at that. It really looks like I tried. I feel like this look looks like it took me longer than it did. I could have done this in like 3 minutes if I wasn't talking to you guys. So this is just my everyday casual makeup routine out the door. Like I said, you want to shave off some time. You don't need the brow gel. You don't need a lip liner. And yeah, if you guys can find this, I bought mine on Mercari. It was brand new, but this is, if you guys are into single shadows that look sparkly and wet, I 10,000 times recommend this shadow because it is freaking gorgeous. I'm gonna go have a wonderful day with my family. I hope you guys have a wonderful day with yours or your friends or whoever you're hanging out with, your cat, your dog. And I will see you guys in a video hopefully tomorrow. Bye.